Alrighty, what is going on, guys? Welcome back. On this episode is kind of going to be like a little special episode. This is going to be how I edit my videos. I'm doing this right after I just did a recording session of Outlast, so I'm gonna explain to you what's pretty much going on. So this is how I get my videos files from when I'm recording from the PS4. So right here I have videos for editing. This is my face cam, and this is my audio, like my mic recording through the PS4 and the PS4 screen recording that it does for me. Typically I would have two videos for face cam because my camera records over once it hits 15 minutes it'll start a new recording thing, and that's like kind of how it does it. But my camera actually wasn't charged completely like I thought it was, and it ended up dying halfway through the recording. So as you can see down here by the length, it's only 6 minutes. So I'm actually going to have face cam in this Outlast episode for this amount of time, and which is actually okay. It's upsetting, but it's okay because I can put like a text there and show you guys more stuff about Camtasia that I use. So I edit with Camtasia Studio 8. I'm going to open it up right now, and I'm going to go ahead and start showing you guys everything. I'm actually recording with it as well. So I'm going to go to Import Media, and I'm just going to highlight these two, hit Open, and then bam, they're both there. I also am going to go here, go to my documents, and get my intro that I always use. But I forgot to tell you how I actually record. So with PS4, it allows you to share and record up to 60 minutes. I always have it checked at 60 minutes, but I never really use it. So I double tap the share button on my PS controller and it starts recording, and then I start recording on my camera as a different thing after I checked it and make sure the frame's set up nice, and then I put my phone down next to me as a timer so I can realize that I only need to use two. That was me unplugging the USB drive. I can only use the timer, so I can only check up to the. Jesus, I forgot what the fuck I was gonna say. Anyways, I use the timer on my phone to keep track of everything, and then what I do after I'm done recording is I stop the recording on the PlayStation, and then I stop recording on my camera, and then I take my micro SD card out of my camera, and I plug it into an actual regular SD card adapter, and I plug it into a card reader, and then plug that into my computer, and then I extract the video from the card into the folder you guys just saw, the videos for editing. After I edit, I'll go back and delete the files just so I don't get confused with camera files and stuff like that. And then meanwhile, while that's going, on my other screen I have a USB plugged into my PS4, and then I copy the footage from my capture gallery on my PS4 onto the USB, and once that's done copying, I plug it in my computer and I put it into the same folder as well, and then this is what I get. So typically what I like to do is I bring my intro down first, I can drag it down here into the timeline, and it'll show up here. Then what I'll do next is I'll bring down this, and I'll leave a little bit of space into it because I gotta sync the audio and the video capturing. So I'll put the video on top, and then I actually need to make this fit the screen. So if I bring my cursor over right here, I can actually see what's going on. So I have it fit up to the screen, and then I have my face cam right here, but I actually leave it big just so I can sync the audio. So like you guys will hear me speaking down here with the little audio tracks. So right here I'm about to clap. That's supposed to be a signal for me. Right, so right there I was just about to clap. So this is where I sync my audio. So I go back like right here. Okay, so I was a little bit off, right? So I kind of move it back just a wee bit.
What is going on, everybody?
And
Welcome back to another
bam, it
Outlast
syncs.
episode.
I usually forget to sync it, and it kind of sucks for me because then I have to like match it up with my words, and it takes a little bit more time to sync it. But I just trim off this little bit right here by deleting it, and then after that I drag both of these over so the intro will play. And then what I like to do is I always put a transition, so like a fade effect right here. So instead of it just being like here, I'll delete it real quick. Instead of it just being like this showing, Yeah, see, I was just about to start the intro, but then I forgot that I need to clap. So I'll actually delete this because I don't need this. Alright, so delete. And then what I like to do is I'll bring it in and I'll put a fade on this one. So
What is
this
going on,
pops
everybody?
up
Welcome
like
back.
that. And then what I like, I have my face is all weird. I'll shrink it down like this, put it in the bottom right for Outlast because nothing really is popping up there too much. And then what I'll do is I'll go to callouts. I'll drop down this box right here and do the sketch motion for this bar right here. Typically what it does is it'll show you, like, it'll go on screen and show, like, draw the person's attention to that area of the screen. But I like using it as a border for face cam, and I always choose green. So once it's on there, like, I like to have it just a little bit after the fade, and then, like, I'll drag it out. So once I get on here, you see it's green right here. I'll add it onto the face cam, and Camtasia will actually, like, put these yellow border lines to help me guide it. So bam, right there, it's perfect. So now, what I also like about Camtasia is I can zoom out on the timeline to see how it is. So now, I drag this up to the point right here. And then, like I said, I don't have any face cam right here. So what I'll do is, so here's the beginning. I have the intro.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Outlast
And then
episode,
this shows
and
up.
This is going to be our 5th.
And then it goes like that, the cam. So once right here. Alright, so let's see. So this is where the face cam ends.
Whoa!
Oh my god, that was
Jeez, there.
a weird part to end. Alright, so it ends right there. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put text in saying camera died, no more face cam for the rest of the episode. So we're going to go to text, and I always like to do comics because I like that font. And then I'll make it, I don't know, we'll do it like this, and I'll make it green as well because I like that color. Green. Alright, so what we'll do is camera, if I spell it right, camera died through the recording, no face cam for rest of video. Alright, so now what we'll do is we'll highlight all of this, we'll make it green, change the font a little bit bigger, and then we'll go back to making it because I forgot I needed to highlight it first. So now it's or like that. We'll make the font just a little bit bigger so people can read it. So I'll go like this and do 26. Alright, so I put it in there, right? And then let's see. Let me click on it because it's actually right here on the timeline. So I'm gonna put it down into here, and I'm actually not gonna have it sit there for the whole entire episode just because it'll be weird. So I'll have it. Oh, that seems a little bit too long. Let's see. So,
Ow.
all right. So let's
Okay.
see how it looks. Come on. All right. So right here.
Ow.
Camera died through
You in
through the
different spots
recording,
and
no
just
face
bang
cam
your
for
head
the
on
rest
the
of
wall,
episode. So we're gonna let
Ooh.
it go for a couple more seconds,
That looks painful.
like right about here, just in case people can read it, you know, slow readers like me. And then it'll just fade. I'm gonna put fades on them. Or actually, no, I can't. All right. Well, it'll just kind of fall off, and then it'll be just the audio for the rest of the video, but right here. But what I would normally do if I had both the audio tracks is or if I had both the two cameras, I would have one right here, and then the other one would be right here, and then I would just extend this all the way to the end of the video, and then it adjust the second camera like this one, how I had to do it because it was filling the whole screen. I do the same thing again, but with having this already set up, I put this on it, and then or having this there, I can just reset the video into the square box, so it'll go the whole entire way, and it's easier for editing. But so, like, say right here, I'm just about to end off the video. I'm gonna put a little bit of a fade right here, just so it goes nice. And then what I do afterwards is I do produce and share. I go to this, and I do MP4 1080p. So I hit next, and then production name. I always name it. So like this is Let's Play Outlast 1. This is episode 5. and let's say like coming up for a name. So like what happened in the video, I went through the asylum. So let's say like I wanna smack my head off the wall too. So just because like that's what happened in the video, and then I hit finish. Now it renders everything that I put, like all those like fades and the face cam and the bracket, and then it renders out into a video that's at like 1080p. Once that's done, the video is completely done, and then I can then upload it to YouTube. So that's pretty much it for this episode. If you guys enjoyed it, I hope you guys stay tuned. This should be coming up on Monday, and then maybe later tonight it'll be Minecraft. So hope you guys just enjoy. The next Outlast episode should, besides the last one, which should be 5, because this will be up on Monday, should be on Tuesday. So I hope you guys enjoy, and I'll see you in the next one.